Dr. Mary, a psychologist, received an unusual patient today. The woman stood trembling in the corner, her face filled with terror. Mary asked her several basic cognitive questions to assess her mental state. The patient, Amy, had experienced something extraordinarily bizarre that had reduced her to this condition. A week ago, Amy had witnessed her professor bludgeon himself to death with a hammer. Since then, she felt as if possessed by an evil spirit, constantly seeing hallucinations invisible to others. These visions took many forms, but the one constant was a horrifying smile. Mary quickly diagnosed this as PTSD-induced psychosis. Just as she was about to comfort Amy, the patient suddenly seemed to see something terrifying. She screamed frantically and backed away, her body beginning to contort. Mary urgently called for help. The room suddenly fell silent. When she turned around, Amy was standing rigidly upright, wearing an eerie smile. She picked up a ceramic shard and slowly sliced open her face and neck, collapsing in a pool of blood. Despite being a seasoned psychologist, Mary had never witnessed such a disturbing incident. Back home, Amy's eerie smile haunted her thoughts. Mary began experiencing hallucinations herself. The deceased Amy would appear in various corners, flashing that same unsettling smile. One day, a hospital patient suddenly began chanting at Mary, "You're going to die," repeating it endlessly. Terrified by the patient's behavior, Mary called for help. When colleagues rushed to the room, they found the patient lying quietly in bed. Mary realized everything she'd just experienced was her own hallucination. At home, Mary listened repeatedly to her recorded session with Amy. After many replays, she noticed strange sounds appearing just before Amy's suicide. She turned up the volume and leaned closer to the screen, hoping to hear more clearly. Suddenly, someone appeared beside her and screamed in her ear. Mary fell to the ground in terror, but looking around, she saw no one. She frantically grabbed a knife from the table when her fiancé suddenly burst in. They both ended up frightening each other in their panic. The next day, Mary attended her nephew's birthday party with a gift. The child excitedly unwrapped his present but suddenly froze. Mary sensed something was wrong. The boy pulled out a dead cat. Mary stood frozen in horror, clutching her beloved pet. Everyone stared at her in disbelief. She could only repeat, "I didn't do this," but no one believed her. Suddenly, a woman sat in a chair, watching Mary with that eerie smile. Mary shouted, "What are you? Why are you haunting me?" Everyone looked at her with frightened expressions. Only Mary could see the mysterious woman. When Mary looked back toward the woman's direction, she suddenly appeared right in front of her. Can Mary escape the curse of the smile? This thrilling film is called Smile.